Good morning, everybody. It's Sina and Shar with Twin Flame Consciousness for twins in 3D union. The other day I had done a reading called What Do You Know That You Don't Know? And it was a bit harsh. I don't know if it came across for some people the way it probably should have, and I'm sure that there's others that resonated. But I was in a huge download, and it just came out the way it came out. Well, my cards have been sitting on the table since then. I have not done another reading since then. It was a lot of information for me. And so I thought I'd come back and actually read the cards for you guys as it is. So this is going to be What Don't You Know That You Know Part 2, a better explanation of the cards. So the first card that we had pulled right there, this was 38, Amusement. And so I'm just going to read straight out what that is, 38, Amusement. Okay, so let's see here. Amusement, the female power principle channeled. Pleasure and occult fulfillment. Integration of sensual with spiritual. That was the very first card that we have. And remember, the first card is the totality of the energy around whatever situation that you're working with. The card that had crossed us was 37, Fire of Sacrifice. Fire of Sacrifice. And remember, this is the Dakini Oracle. So the Oracle of the Dakini. Let's see, what number was that again? 37. And the first one was 38. So we'll have to see what those mean, 37 and 38 coming back to back. Something tells me to look into that as well. So let's see, 37. The Fire of Sacrifice. Consciousness through sacrifice. Commitment. Deliberate act of self-sacrifice. Development of faith through action. And then you remember it goes right into the female empowerment. So that is a little bit on the crazy side. Let's see here. And we said that was a 37 and a 38. So, card images related to the minor arcana, the element of fire, and the suit of batons of wands. So the fire, so it's about wands. Let me see. Card images related to the minor arcana, element fire, the suit of batons or wands. So, okay, so it coincides with the wands. I see that. 7, what was it, 37? So 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 is for Capricorn, profession, accomplishment, and fame. The other one was 11, Aquarius, hopes, wishes, aspirations, intellectual ideals, friends. So that's what that one had meant. For me, again, that just, I'm still going to go with the amusement of the female coming into the power that they were coming into. I don't know if you guys saw this on the last one here, but, she's holding something there, and it looks very phallic to me, and I think that she's amused with all the phallicness that's going on around her. So really, at this point, I'm going to go with, still just knowing what you know that you don't know. And I'm still going to go with the sacrifice piece too. I feel really good about how that just went down. Knowing that you're sacrificing parts of yourself, but why are you doing it? And taking a look at it. So the foundation of it was 63, centering the present, if you guys remember. So I'll just, and if you're getting this for the first time and you didn't see the first reading, I advise you to go back and read it. I'm a little bit brash in there, so there's a warning. I did a lot of cussing. I was just in a serious download, and things were just coming at me freaking crazy. It was amazing. So anyways, go back to that if you have any issues with that. So we're going to go with 63, centering the present. And that's the foundation. This was the foundation of the reading. All right, so centering the present. The potent power of the present, the inner and outer as one unit of strength, the internal present, truth. And I believe that when I was talking about this was leaving the past behind. And I know that we had come up with some more past stuff later on in the reading, and I don't know if I connected that as clearly as I probably should have. But centering and being in the present and really understanding that the power of the present, the inner piece of it, and not being in the past. There is no past. The past is done. It's gone. It's just, there is no past. So then what had lied behind us was abundance. And I think I struggled the most with this card, trying to convey that it wasn't around money or power, but this is really more around love, and we already know what to do with this kind of stuff. So, yeah, 46 abundance. Let's just see what that has to say. And this is what's behind us. And remember, I also said that this reading was about me. So when I say us at this point, I'm talking to the collective, knowing that I started this out mostly for me. So 46, abundance, fulfillment of self in harmony with the world, fortunate circumstances, material abundance, and money. So once again, I'm going to just have to know what I know. And for the people who are resonating with this right now, we already had the marriage, we already had the house, we already had raised the kids, we were already the soccer moms, we already had the financial abundance, we already had the great jobs, our husbands had great jobs, we already lived that life, and that wasn't what we're looking for anymore. We're looking for something on a deeper soul meaning. So that's what that's about. So then what we had above us, or coming into play, was living goddess, number 8. And I had said, you know, being a creator, and this is when I decided that this was definitely a divine female reading. I know that there are divine male cross watchers, but so this will give you a good idea of what's going on in your divine female space. Or just because you're a divine male doesn't mean that you don't have a lot of the divine female energy in you. And this is something that you have to hear. So please don't take offense. When a divine male reading comes up, it will be the same cross-watching for the divine females. So number 8, living goddess. Let's see what that says here. Okay, so, and this is, an 8 is for Scorpio, the occult, sexual experiences, and ruler of death and money. So, and this is what's coming in front of us. So I'm going to keep that card out because I want to go back to that. 8, the living goddess, the earthly manifestation of spirituality, duty towards higher ideals, and self-development, justice. Okay, so that means so much for me at this point because, you know, I had quit my career because that's just what I needed to do. I had gotten a divorce after 22 years. My life had really changed. And the one thing that I knew that I did before I got married, before I did all of this, is I used to read cards. And that's what it is that I wanted to do. And I didn't know if there was going to be financial stability with that, what that's going to look like. And I had to go through the dark night of the soul and like figure out what my capabilities were again and really tap back into the universe. Manifestation and everything else. And I've been doing a lot of crazy purging, like pushing people away and being spiritually unbalanced when I'm around others, but being spiritually balanced when I'm by myself, and trying to figure out how to like integrate that out there. And so, yeah, I think that I had said that manifestation, coming into our power, coming into what it is. I mean, right now, my life is so different that the people who know me think I'm crazy, and the people who don't know me have no idea or understanding of who I really am because I'm pushing people away. Just trying to figure out how to heal myself again, how to get back to where I'm going to go. And I'm doing this like a Steve Miller song, you know, big old jet Adelina. Yeah, I'm going out on my own, and I might go flat and I might get busted, but it is what it is. And so being the living goddess is very hopeful to me, being in that upper position, you know, letting me know what's going on with that. And I know that I'd put this one aside because I wanted to see what that was again. So that was in Scorpio, the occult. So being able to read cards, being able to be in my spirituality, sexual experience, tantric, being in my sexual experience, probably with my twin, along with the spiritual aspect of it, and the ruler of death and money, meaning that I can make my living doing what I do. My personal readings are phenomenal and things are working out in that aspect, but actually coming with a wider base now because, you know, I'm doing it in my town, I'm doing it at fairs, I'm doing it at coffee shops, and now I want to expand that. And I think that whoever is out there resonating to this has the exact same capabilities. So I wouldn't suggest quitting your job right away yet because, you know, I kind of went on a side note there. However, if that's how you feel and that's what you want to do, trust your higher self and do what you got to do. My suggestions is my judgments, and my judgments have nothing to do with spirituality. That's 3D stuff. Okay, so the next card that we had was what is coming into the present. And this is the dangerous pussy, the past, 62. Am I going to bring the past into the future? Is that what it's talking about? I'm not quite sure. So let's go ahead and look it up and see what 62 looks like. And you know, 6 and 2 is 8, but we've already read 8. Okay, 62, dangerous pussy, the past. The potent power of the past. The protector of all the dakinis. The occult tantric transmission. What? I think I just said that. Action. So, you know, the occult being the spiritual, the tantric being... See, you can't make this shit up. The tantric being, you know, the sexual part of the twin flame. I gotta just reread that. That just, see, sometimes it just knocks me off my ass, too. So 62. What? The potential power of the past. The potent, or the protector... let me try this again. The potent power of the past. The protector of all the dakinis. The occult tantric transmission. And I just said the occult and the tantric coming together, the spirituality, the love of a twin flame. And that's the path that we need to bring in. Being a dangerous pussy is not about bringing in the past and trying to, oh wow, see, download. It's not about being in the past, bringing up bad shit and not being able to go anywhere, but it's about being in the past and remembering why you came together in the first place. Bringing the tantric and the occult together. Mind-blowing. I'm really glad that I redid this reading. And I'm still going to leave the other one up because I need everybody to understand that I'm really doing this thing from my heart. From my heart. I have nothing to lose. Everything before that that got erased, you know, it wasn't meant to be right now. It wasn't meant to be. The people that saw that had already seen it, and this is for something new. So this one right here, this was in the position of, here, let me scoot everything up. Well, it's hard to scoot stuff over, but we've already gone through these cards. So you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and put them aside right now. And we're going to, and so I can look at them still, but at the same time, let me make sure that I have them in the right positions though. So we had the first one, the second one, what was below us, what was behind us. Okay, there we go. Because I may have to come back to that again. Okay, so the card that came next was what was in our positive position right here, and it was 43, Mount Meru, and I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, center of the universe. Oh, I had a lot to say about that. I had a lot to say about 43, didn't I? Okay, so let's see. Let's see what 43 brings us. Okay, so 43. Mount Meru, center of the universe. The integration of inner and outer worlds, the spiritual path, revelations, firm will, upliftment. Okay, so I think that I had said that there was a positive and a negative to that card. I don't know. I have to go back and see. I don't know if I tried to read anything on a reverse kind of side. Oh, no, I don't read reverse into dakinis. It was around, this is your positive thinking, and if there's a negative in there, then you're not seeing what the positive was. And I did say completely and totally, that what did it say right here? The spiritual path, the integration of inner and outer worlds, you know, your will, the center of the universe. Are you the center of the universe and you're a creator, or are you the center of the universe and you don't care about people? Damn. So you know what? I'm actually feeling pretty good about this. I'm feeling like I did a good job the first time around, and I feel like when people are hearing what the cards are being read, that you have a really good idea of who I am, the integrity that I hold in my readings. Yeah, so you know what? Thank you. Thank you, universe. Thank you for everybody who's watching this right now. And let's put dangerous pussy over there because that was there too. Okay, so the next one was what people thought about you. And again, I think that I had a negative positive that really went hand in hand with this one right here. This is 16. Okay, so let's see what 16 says. And now I'm starting to feel really good about all of this because, as you can see, my confidence is going up with this because I'm able to see that, you know, what it is that I'm channeling is what it is. You know, this, I am coming back into my feminine power. I am being the living goddess. and as should you. So, you know, we are creators. We are creators. And I'm starting to see that, how that works out now. 16, the Holocaust. Spiritual victory, dramatic action, change, loss of one thing in order to gain another. And didn't I just say that I was going through a lot of purging too? That, you know, I was not treating people the way I know that I should, that people who don't know me all of a sudden have an idea about me who I'm not. The people who know me think I'm crazy. So I think that right now what's going on is that I was coming at this base right here from that I'm the center of the universe and I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. And now I'm realizing that I need to flip this over. And for you divine feminines out there watching this and relating to this, mind blowing. Look at all that. Amazingness. This is good shit right here. I told you this was going to be one of the sickest readings that I ever had. I just didn't know that it was going to come in 2 parts. So the next one that we had was the Joker, and this was in the position of negative thoughts. So let's see what the Joker has to say. 0. The Joker. Humor in all situations. The center of the pack. The point of transformation. And didn't I say that the first card and the last card, they come into play, right? We had amusement. So now we have Joker and amusement. You know, this isn't the 10th card, but, you know, it's right there. These two are coming together. At least for me, they are. I don't even know if it has to have to do with even being in a card position. What the hell ever. I'm just so blown away right now. See, so you see how excited I get when I start to download, and how like the difference in my readings. So when I'm excited and I'm cussing and I'm doing all of these different things, I'm really putting stuff together. So I apologize for the crassness of it. There are other readers out there who do more of a spiritual talk there, for whatever that's worth. But anyhow, we have amusement and we have the Joker, and that's our negative part of this. The negative part of this is like feeling like we're the Joker, feeling like everybody has amusement around us, feeling like the whole entire world sees us gambling and we're coming out not ahead. Look at that beautiful lotus flower up there. See, and I have a lotus holding up the cards for me right now. Let me see, what is my lotus saying? No mud, no lotus. Embrace the mud. Yeah, you know, and I don't really know much about lotus flowers, except for they seem to really be coming into play for me a lot right now. So let's see what we got here. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. So, no mud, no lotus. Embrace the mud. I just love it when a plan comes together. I really do. I'm going to put this right here. Excuse me, everybody. I'm still in my pajamas when I did this reading. So, if anybody got offended, but like once again, I just don't have time to deal with whether people are offended or not. You know, nothing that I'm doing is purposely trying to offend anybody, at least not at this point. I know I've had my fair share of that, but I'm trying to work my way out of that. Okay, so let's get to the 10th and final card. And before we do that, I want to make sure that I am keeping in mind all of the things that have happened since then. Where's that first card at? What did I do with that first card? Because the first card was not the fire. That's what crossed. The first card was... Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, because I want to make sure that I'm getting it all out in the... Exactly right. So then we're going to go with the last card. This one's 31. Just passing through. And you know, and you can't go over it. You can't go around it. You can't go under it. You know, that's what my interpretation of it was. 31. Let's see what 31 has to say. Sorry, there's a lot of long words there, and I haven't come up with a system yet to hold the cards up so where everybody can see it, but I'm working on it. I'm trying some different things and seeing what happens with that. So let's see, 31. Just passing through. Recognition of the principles of Trinity and unity as being a fundamental truth, a view of reality. What? I'd have to say that this right here in explanation is that the reality of it is you are going to have to go through this straight through. There's no going under it. There's no going over it. There's no going around it. You know, I think that Michael Jackson had a song that said that, you know. In any event, you know, let's just go back through this and see how things really worked out for, you know, for everybody. And it just blows me away. So the first one was amusement. And what do you know that you don't know? Second one was the pillar of fire. You know what's crossing you. Just really sacrifice. I mean, the pillar of fire, the fire of sacrifice, and sacrificing yourself, knowing that you're doing what you're doing. Oh, look at how phallic that looks too. I just noticed that. So yeah, knowing that you're doing for your twin flame what it is that you're doing, and knowing that there's gonna be a good outcome. But a lot of this is really gamey and amusing, and that's not what we want. The foundation that we do have, though, is we do have center, the present. Both of us have the ideal of what's going on, who we are. We're both blessed. You're both blessed. We're all blessed. We already know this. You know, behind us, we already know that, you know, it's not about the 3D world. It's not about the house and the car and the monies and the jobs and all that. This is way bigger than this. This is the Oracle of the Tahini. This is spiritual realm. And we also know that we can have all that if we want it. And we can have all that still being the living goddesses, ladies. We got this. We've already done this. A lot of us, because remember, this is twin flame consciousness. So that's being conscious of your twin flame, and your twin flame being conscious of you. Twin flame consciousness for twins in 3D union. We already know. In our 3D union, we've already had this. In our 3D world, we've already had this. In our 3D world, we know that we are creators. In our 3D world, we know that we can do this. And in our 3D world, we want to be able to say, hey, you know what? Fuck a 3D. We want to go to 4D, 5D. Let's get our spiritual... This will come just naturally. Let's get our spiritual house in order, ladies. Let's just do that. Okay, Dangerous Pussy, the past. You know, I think that this is the one card that I did not get correct coming into the future. I thought that was letting go of the past, and maybe it is letting go of the past, but also taking on and keeping the past of what, that you know that you're a spiritual goddess, that you are a creator, keeping in the past that you know that you can have abundance if you want it, because you've already had it, you know. Staying in the past, knowing that you know what you know. Staying centered, staying in the presence, you know. Keeping in the past, knowing that you had already made this decision to make these sacrifices. So quit acting like you didn't. And staying in the past and the present by being amused at all the amazing things that you just heard. The next card is being in the center of the universe, climbing that mountain, getting to the top, knowing that you are the spiritual goddess, that you are the creator, you are the one that's able to do this. Create your world, girl, create your world. The Holocaust. Blow it all apart, fuck it. Take the chance. Blow it all apart, because what you get out of the end of that, when you play the fool, blow it all apart, you pass through this with this kind of love right here, this kind of I'm a creator and I can do whatever it is that I want. You will then become centered. You will then start to manifest abundance through loving your past, is everything that we're talking about right now. You become that goddess. And the two flames on either side of the world, there it comes right there. Because I was like, blah, blah, blah. I could say the twin flames, blah, 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 blah. But there it is right there. There's the twin flames. Are we not amused? Enjoy, everybody, with love and light. May unconditional love and ascension be with you. Sina and Sure. Peace.